All right, so Ron Paul did win the Southern Republican Leadership Conference straw poll, and John Huntsman, whoever the hell that is, came in second. By the way, Huntsman is CFR, Council on Foreign Relations. That appears to be the deciding thing for me. Whenever I see that, it's like, uh-oh. But there have been some really bizarre news articles and stuff. Okay, here's one from Newsmax. Cain holds, quote, tense press conference. Republican presidential candidate Herman Cain held a tense 30-minute press conference Saturday night to brush back his critics, Politico reports. Cain started off taking aim at Representative Ron Paul's supporters, who have been targeting Cain for his record while at the Federal Reserve. He also discussed his position on hiring Muslims for federal service, gun rights, and why he didn't agree to an anti-abortion pledge. I'm driving my staff crazy, but I be the candidate, okay? Cain said, according to Politico. There's a lot of good stuff you can learn on the internet, and there's a lot of garbage out there. We won't allow disinformation to kill this campaign. Cain was in Minneapolis for the Right Online Blogger Conference. He said his in-your-face message is resonating with voters. I want to clear the air, all right, he said. See, traditional campaigns tell candidates to stay away from sensitive subjects. No, I'm not your typical candidate. I go right into the belly of the beast if somebody has misrepresented something I have said. Copyright Newsmax, all rights reserved. What was he complaining about? What did someone misrepresent? I guess I have to go to Politico to figure this one out. Ugh. Okay, anyways, I wasn't even going to get into this one. But this was the other one I was wanting to talk about. This is actually, both these are being linked. I know this one here, this Politico article, is being linked to from Drudge. And it says, McCain hits isolationist field by Maggie Haberman. Now, one of the first things I always do when I read articles is I Google these writers. Who are they? And soon enough, I see Politico steals Maggie Haberman from Rupert Murdoch. Oh, God. And so here's what it is. Via Playbook, John McCain wraps the Republican presidential field for what he sees as an isolationist strain that's emerging as the candidates shift away from strict hawkishness on foreign policy, and which cropped up at the New Hampshire debate last Monday. Yeah, you can read all that. What I found interesting about this article is this right here. The shift away from positions calling for military engagement, most clearly articulated by John Huntsman so far among the current candidates, with his call for a clear troop drawdown from Afghanistan, would have been unimaginable 4 years ago when McCain was a nominee. It reflects, at minimum, a weariness among the electorate at large, with the drawn-out wars in the Middle East. Still, having McCain be vocal about the militarism of his party's candidate could prove that doesn't make any sense. Well, that would make sense if they said still having McCain be vocal about the isolationism of his parties. That doesn't make any this thing. Who wrote this shit? I mean, really, John Huntsman? He most clearly articulated. Ron Paul has been clearly articulating his non-interventionist foreign policy for years. I mean, this is a joke. And then the first comment I saw on this, first comment is by someone named Tim White, and I guarantee it's not me. Most clearly articulated by someone, of course, they saw this. Are you clueless or trying to mislead your readers? Ron Paul is far more clear. So, see, there's just a lot of stuff out there. I think, it's the mainstream media, these people with these master's degrees, going to these universities. They're never going to give Ron Paul his due. Not willingly. And there's this battle. There's this push back and forth between the mainstream establishment and the non-mainstream and unestablishment or non-establishment, whatever that word is I'm looking for. So kind of interesting time, but things are looking up.